Mascato is a company dedicated to the commercialization of fresh and frozen fish. Our mission is to offer consumers the best options within that family of products. A large team of professionals is responsible for just that, always following strict criteria of respect for the environment and natural resources, and always committed to quality. To guarantee food safety, sustainability, and the best price, Mascato invests and is present in the places where its raw materials come from, all around the world, working day and night. Thus, in addition to Spain, from Namibia, the operations in southern Africa are coordinated. From Chile, those of South America. And from Vietnam, those of Southeast Asia. In addition, a company fleet operates in the Great Seoul Bank. The headquarters of the group are in Vigo, a city with a venerable fishing tradition. Nearby, in the municipality of Salvaterra, Mascato has a modern packaging plant which makes it possible to prepare the different products in practical formats for the consumer. The plant is equipped to present the product shrink-wrapped, bagged, or vacuum-packed. The products that require it are cut into slices to facilitate their consumption. The shrink-wrapped presentation of the product consists of wrapping it in plastic for sale at variable weights. In this case, it includes a label with all the relevant information for the consumer. The product can also be presented in bags. For this, an automatic weighing machine groups the necessary pieces together in order to reach a fixed weight. In addition, there's a line which permits the bagging and vacuum packing of small products. This line can package one or more products in the same unit, permitting mixes or combinations. The high technological level ensures a great deal of precision in the processes. The plant has cold storage where the product is stored ready for shipping. The management of food safety of Mascato's products is certified in accordance with the IFS and BRC standards. Environmental management is ensured through the ISO 14001 standard and the EMAS. The company also follows the OHSAS 18001 standard for the management of health and safety at work. Mascato's head office in Santiago de Chile coordinates the operations of a public cold storage in Puerto Montt and the production on the island of Chiloé. The mussel and clam processing plant is here in Chiloé, as well as Cultivos Azules, a subsidiary which owns the farms. These mussel farms are always near the factory. Here, an experienced team has a specific fleet designed to carry out the operations safely and efficiently. Time and a crystal water rich in nutrients enable the mussels to grow, gaining weight and consistency. Thanks to regular monitoring, they can identify just the right time to start harvesting. Then the harvesting boats transport the product directly to the plant. In this way, we reduce the time between harvesting and processing. After undergoing rigorous quality control, the mussels go into the plant for washing, classification, and processing in the production line. The whole product line automatically groups them out and places them on the tray for cooking, either in their natural juices or in sauce. The mussel meat line cooks them and removes them from their shells for individual, quick freezing and subsequent packaging. All the processes are characterized by their use of high technology and the strict quality and cleanliness of the product. The end product is stored in the cold stores, from where it will be shipped around the world, destined ultimately for consumers' tables. The activity in Chiloé does not end with this species. Clams are also processed here. The raw product arrives at the factory where it is cleaned in specific lines. Exhaustive quality control is also carried out, and only the best pieces are selected. From there, the clams undergo a freezing process. This process is completed with automatic weighing and packaging. In Puerto Montt, Mascato operates a fresh hake packaging plant in a collaboration project with artisan fishermen. The fish are checked one by one for cleaning and subsequent packaging, whole or filleted. Both the whole product and the fillets are minutely examined, always seeking maximum quality and safety. All our plants have the most important food safety and sustainability qualifications. In North America, Mascato has a strong positioning through its subsidiary, Bantry Bay America, and its leading brand, Next Wave of Bantry. Our products are distributed throughout the country and sold at over 8,000 points of sale. We present a wide variety of marinated mussels in their shells or mussel meat. Also worthy of note are the different seafood mixes with recipes specially adapted to American consumers who seek quality, flavor, and ease of preparation. The waters of the Southeast Atlantic have always been and continue to be an extremely important fishing ground. Their natural richness and the sustainability policies developed on the coasts of Namibia mean that their fish are of exceptional quality, while at the same time guaranteeing responsible fishing. Mascato's fleet of boats freeze on board. The fishing operation begins with the launching of the fishing gear into the sea from the stern ramp. Different sensors indicate when it is time to haul in the net. Once the net is on board, the catch is tipped directly into the tanks of the factory, which is located on the lower deck of the vessel. The fishing process is continuous. One of the characteristics of fish deep frozen on board is its immediate processing, which maintains its qualities. In the factory, the product is selected for processing, either with the head removed, filleted, or in medallions. In the case of the largest fish, their heads and tails are cut off and they are gutted. Then they are wrapped in protective plastic and are sent to the deep freezing tunnel. A large part of the catch will be presented in fillets. This task is carried out using automatic filleting machines, which remove the head, the guts, and the bones. Once that process has been completed, the skinning machines remove the skin, respecting the texture of the fish. Sheets of plastic are placed between the skinless fillets to avoid contact between them. All these products are protected and put into plate freezers. Just 2 hours after the fish was landed on board, its temperature is below -20 degrees centigrade. As well as the fillets, part of the skinless hake production will be used for Mascato hake medallions. When the vessel reaches the port of Walvis Bay, it's immediately offloaded. The fish goes into the Mascato production line, always maintaining the cold chain. Here, the temperature is monitored at all times to ensure it is adequate for the handling of frozen products. The frozen fillets again undergo rigorous checks to ensure the maximum quality of the product. For the packaging of the hake fillets, medallions and other products, the production line carries out automatic selection. And thus, each bag is filled with the desired weight. A weighing scale certifies that the weight is correct, and a metal detector verifies that there are no metallic elements inside. Apart from hake, in Namibia, the red crab is also captured. The presentation is in cartons with plastic sheets between the crabs for better conservation. In addition, different cuts are offered, such as the claws or the body. Another very popular species is the monkfish. The tails are cleaned and frozen, and they are presented to consumers in different formats, such as shrink-wrapped, for example. In addition to the fleet of freezers, Mascato also has fishing boats, which bring back fresh hake. When those vessels arrive at port, they quickly offload the fish so that it maintains its temperature and consistency. Once they enter the fresh plant, the hakes undergo intense quality control. Only the best ones are packaged in thermal insulation boxes for shipment by air. As always, the quality of the product and its traceability are guaranteed, thanks to correct weighing, labeling, and checking for the absence of metals. The quality of all the processes is monitored and certified by independent entities. Mascato is present in South Africa through its subsidiary, Plettenberg Bay. From Cape Town, both the fishing operations and the subsequent processing are coordinated. The hakes undergo rigorous quality control, and they are then packaged in boxes with thermal insulation. Once the weight has been checked and they have gone through the metal detector, the boxes are labeled and stored in cold stores ready for shipment by air. The hake is also filleted. The fillets are handled very carefully so they conserve their texture and qualities at all times. The trucks enter the plant and carry off the product for export. Mascato's activity is constant throughout the world. In Asia, the company is based in Vietnam. From its central offices in Ho Chi Minh City, the Pacific panga and clam operations are coordinated, as well as those of the langoustine or scampi. The panga processing plant is located in the Mekong Delta. Strictly implemented codes of good practice ensure that the product is prepared in accordance with the stipulated specifications. In the province of Bến Tre, the Pacific clam is processed in the plant of the subsidiary Aquamarine. The product arrives live and is very carefully washed using specific automatic lines and tanks for this task. In addition, specialists carry out rigorous checks, selecting only those which meet all the quality specifications implemented by Mascato. After the selection, the clams are vacuum packed. These bags permit the cooking of the product in its natural juices so that it conserves all its properties. The cooked clams are cooled and they then go to the freezing line. The aim is to enable the end consumer to enjoy a product of the very highest quality. For this, in the plant, analyses and checks are systematically carried out in all the phases of the process, thereby certifying it. The Great Sole Bank is a rich fishing ground in the North Atlantic to the west of the British Isles. Mascato has its own fleet of ships there, which catch hake, monkfish, and megrim. The catches from those fishing operations are sold both fresh and frozen. Mascato's pledge is to offer consumers quality products at the best price every day. Over 50,000 tons of fish and seafood are processed at our plants each year. Distributed around the world, Mascato's professionals are always working to offer the different marine species in optimum conditions for the consumer, while at the same time ensuring the sustainability of the natural environment. Mascato is always a guarantee of quality.